and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel, whichever one it may be. And if you are new here, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, do all those wonderful things. And let's just get into the video today. So I was looking back at my mini kits check, and I might have done a couple of shorts on some of these, but as far as I could tell, I have only done 2 for the, are they frameable, how long do they take to actually work up, that kind of thing. So we're gonna go ahead and check out how long it takes to do a paint gem and see if it fits in a frame. That's a little bit of a dirty box. Ew. Should clean that out. I've been doing some spring cleaning in my house, so things are all right. I'm gonna say this one was kind of like in the back, so maybe I was planning on doing this one. Normally it's, but I already did 2, so I guess I already did this one, probably for a short, like I said, but we're gonna do it again as a long format. So let's see what else we got in here. Ooh, this might be fun. The Christmas cup. There's another like lemony-ish drink or cinnamon drink because it looks like it's got some cinnamon sticks. It's pretty simple. And then this one with the gingerbread. Ooh, I kind of like this one with the apple. Let's see. I think I was trying to keep them as simplistic as possible. This one looks the most simple. So maybe that one. Let me just look back through these real quick. By like how many colors they have in yeah, that one looks the most simple. This one is a strong contender on being pretty simple. All right, so we'll go with that. I'm gonna put those aside and we will see how long it takes to do this pretty little gem, one of these, to work up. Which one though? Left or right? Let's do this one. Even though it's Christmassy, it's okay. We can do a Christmassy a little bit outside of our norm, right? So we got our drills, we got our wax, we got our tray, we have our pen all set and ready to go, and we have some tweezers in case I need to change out my wax, which I should probably do real quick, because it has been a hot minute since I worked on these. I did want to continue the series, though. I didn't want to just leave it hanging there. So I think we still have like 2 more after this, Dreamer Designs and Amazon. I'm honestly dreading Amazon. Amazon ones aren't fun, and I might have already done like a couple more of them just to try to like gauge. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So there we go. I almost made a smiley face in there. Can you see it? lopsided face, because it's not really a smiley. Like a meh. All right, so some nice fresh wax in that. All set and ready to go. Put the things we don't need back in the bag. And I'm going to put the bag aside with the other kits. And let's just get ourselves a little ready to go here. I'm just going to, I think I'm just going to pull everything out of the bag and work it back into the bag. That way. Because I'm right-handed, so things on my right tend to get bumped rather than things on my left. So let's go ahead and zoom on in on this guy. And then I am going to stop the video and restart it so we can get an accurate time of how long it takes. So here we go. Are you ready? All right. Like it didn't even take a second, right? Just a blink of an eye. So I have been a little bit of a busy beaver. Ooh, these drills are staticky. Little bit of a busy beaver. I don't know if I'm going to talk the whole time, but we'll go through the first one and get an idea of, how about if we take the plastic off first? How about that? That might help, maybe. All right, I've been a little bit of a busy beaver lately. I have not been doing much diamond painting, though. I think I needed to take a little bit of a diamond painting break. I kind of like pushed through February to get some diamond paintings done, and now I think I'm just like, not feeling it. Not feeling it as much. I think I needed to take a little break. Either that or, you know, when you get a new toy in, you just have to play with your new toy. So I got like my knitting stuff in. I do not like this wax. This wax sucks. It's slippery. Maybe I've said this before about their wax, but it's a bit slippery. All right. So it's going to make it a little bit harder because it's like little ice. But yeah, I took a little break from diamond painting. I went outside with my husband yesterday because it was nice out, and I took a diamond painting with me instead of my knitting. And there was that. But I basically got this knitting kit in, and I am almost done with the knitting one. I started the crochet one, and I think I get it, which is good, I guess. So I'm gonna try to finish that up. But I haven't gone back to it as much as the knitting one. I think I'm just really loving this knitting kit that I got. So much fun. So much fun, but I'm almost done with it. I'm on the last section of the block, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to wait a whole month until I get my, I don't know if I have to wait a whole month or if they're gonna send me the new one at the beginning of April. In which case, then I guess I won't have to wait too long because April's almost here. But I don't know. We'll see. I think that is the only V in this canvas. So I'll move that one away. Not, ugh, static. Gross. Come off. Just took a shower, so I'm all nice and clean, and I smell real nice. Love it when you like just take a shower and you put your body sprays and stuff on and you're like, I just smell fantastic right now. So fresh and clean. Love that feeling. But at the same time, I hate showering. It's not that I hate showering. I don't hate showering. I don't like doing it. I don't know. Like, I don't like the aspect of, you know, getting the water ready, waiting for the water to heat up, and then taking your shower is fine. Like, I really enjoy that part. It's just the aspect of preparing for it, I guess. I don't like that part. I'm lazy. A little bit of a lazy person. A little bit. I'm lazy and a bit of a procrastinator. So, like, it's just me. Terrible at getting things done. But then when I finally get things done, I get them done. It just might take me a couple of days longer to get to them than other people because I am a procrastinator. And I found out that's just like a part of my mental health issues. It's also what I grew up with. My grandmother was a horrible procrastinator, and I feel like I was with her a lot, and she just kind of taught me to be a horrible procrastinator because she'd be like, we'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. I think is what she would say. She had a bit of a Boston accent. I don't feel like I have that much of a Boston accent, but I know sometimes it probably comes out because, all right, this static is annoying. It's gonna take a little extra time because of the static. Should put, maybe after I will go through these and put little bits of, I mean, not that it's gonna help for this video, but I don't remember if they were this staticky before. Were they? Can you tell me? They are so staticky, and my hands are like dry, so I'm gonna put some lotion on, see if that helps. All right. Yes, I keep lotion right here because my hands are always so dry. Ugh. All right, just a little bit more because my hands were like really dry. Even though I just got out of the shower, my hands are like extra super dry. Maybe because I just got out of the shower. They're just like, no moisture in me whatsoever. I need moisture. And my like one of my fingers, this finger, has been cracking every single week. So like I come home, I'm off for a couple of days or a few days or whatever, and then my hands won't be cracked. They'll be nice, and it'll like, the crack will heal up kind of, and then it's nice for a little while. And I'm just not loving this toolkit. Not loving it. The pen is fine. If you can handle the little pens, the pen is fine. Oh, that's, I don't know if that was because I did my lotion or something, and maybe I was the staticky one more than the drills, because that's a possibility. Like, if you're super staticky, then you're going to be pulling the drills to you, because they're just little pieces of plastic. So maybe that was it. I've really thought about toolkits lately, only because I'm actually like going through all of my stuff right now in my craft room-ish. Craft room, cat room, guest room. It's all kind of in there. And I've been going through all of that stuff, and it just kind of is... Do we have star in here? Let's see the star. I see an N, I see a 2, I see an A, I see a anchor, I see a C. I don't even see an S. Okay. U, no, there's no pink at all. T, nope. N, yes. N we have. Yeah, so I started in my craft room an entire year ago. It's been a year. And I decided I was going to paint the walls in there. So I found some paint that we just happen to have here at the house. I had to get a strainer for it because there was like chunks in the paint. So it probably wasn't good paint, but you know what? It was free paint and it was readily available, and it doesn't look half bad. So I found the paint. I started painting the room. I did one wall, I think, in like 1 week, and then I did another wall in another week, and then I did the final wall. Not the final wall, because there's still one wall actually left to do. And there was kind of like a partial corner area that also needed to be painted because it was like in a weird spot, and it has a fake wall because our water heater is behind the fake wall. So I have to like not seal that in because our water heater is back there and it needs to be accessible. And it's a fake wall. Like, it's just a pretend wall. And so I did that corner this week. So a year ago I started the project, and I finally got back to it to keep working on the room. Mostly, I think it just comes down to the fact that, like, not working, we didn't have any money. So I couldn't continue working on the room because I couldn't buy the furniture pieces that we needed to continue working on the room. So I bought a couple of cheap Amazon 7-drawer, they're kind of like really tall dressers, but, or not dressers, really, because they kind of like be a dresser, but not really. They're on the smaller side. Like, they're basically just for crafting kind of. The drawers aren't very big. And see that Boston accent every so often. The drawers aren't very big, and they kind of like, they hold enough stuff. Like, they're big enough for crafting. So I got 2 of those, and I put them side by side, so I'd have 14 drawers to put different craft items in. And then I went through some of the craft items that, like, I already had assembled, and I put them into these drawers. And I might have to, like, reorganize this at some point, but for right now, it's a start. It's kind of like that first pass kind of thing. Like, when you're organizing, you have to do like one pass and just get rid of the stuff that you know you want to get rid of. Those are damaged. So put them aside. And then you have to do another pass and get rid of, you know, like do a little bit more of a, all right, am I really going to use this? Am I not? And get rid of the stuff that way. And now I'm up to the other wall that still needs to be painted. So like I did that yesterday. I spent like 4 hours working on the room, kind of cleaning it because we've been having some issues with one of the cats peeing in the house. So I went through the room with bleach and cleaner and cleaned the room really good to make sure that there was like no cat pee smell. My mom told me vinegar after, and I was like, well, you know, maybe I should have asked you before I started cleaning, because I used bleach, which is probably fine, and it will probably work to get rid of the actual smell of the cat urine for them. For us, the stuff we had would get rid of the smell just fine, and we wouldn't notice it. We don't notice it as much anyway. I think like when you first walk in the house, you're like, oh, yep, can smell the cat pee. And I don't want that. My house was never that way. It was never a house where you walked in and could like, people would walk in and be like, you have cats? What? Yeah, there was 5 running around, and we cleaned our litter boxes regularly. We kept them good. We kept everything good. And it was like a house where you didn't smell cat, and now it's a house where you do smell cat, and I don't like it. I don't like it. It's got to change. So we're working on it. We got an ozone thing, which is you put it in a room and you let it run, and it helps like purify the air like a purifier, but it just takes out all the smell, and it works really well. It really does. It takes out all the smell. You walk into that room and it's like, this does not smell like the rest of the house where we run it. But you have to run it in different rooms. Oh, hey, Floof. Floof is one of the ones we're having problems with peeing in the house. We were having problems with his brother, but I think his brother is starting to feel more comfortable in the house again and not have those problems. Floof is still a little bit, because he fights with Rebel. Everybody fights with Rebel. No, should backtrack on that. Rebel fights with everybody. Yeah, right, Rebel. He's sitting right behind me. He's Mama's baby. He's Mama's boy. Totally a Mama's boy. Last night he wanted in bed. The kittens were curled up between my husband and I, because that's where they like to be. They like to be between us. Where Rebel used to like to be. Rebel liked to be between us. And in reality, Rebel was trying to separate us, whereas the kittens, they just want to be with the 2 of us together. It's a little different. Rebel was like, no, that's my mom. I want her all to myself. You go away. That was Rebel. So I switched positions in bed so that Rebel could be on the outside and the kittens could still be on the inside, and they wouldn't see each other. But in the process, Rebel like jumped up onto the bed and he attacked one of the kittens. Not like horribly nasty. Like he wasn't like straight up trying to destroy the kitten. Like he just came up and was like, hey, you're in my spot, man. Get out of here. And the kittens aren't having it anymore. So they just look at him like, no. Go away, you big bully. You're big bully. Go away. So poor Rebel. He doesn't get the respect anymore that he was getting, because the kittens have learned that he's just a big bully. And they're getting bigger. So they're starting to get less kitteny and more catty. Because they're 7 months old, so they're getting into the cat realm. It's fun. It's fun. I just keep talking about cats. It's like all I have. I could talk about annoying things in stores. Because, you know, there's that too. annoying things in stores. But anyway, yeah, so I ended up sleeping with Rebel all night because he finally accepted it and came up on the bed and slept. And then later I found out he was sleeping right next to one of the kittens. And I'm like, dude, you can sleep next to him, but you don't like him. Okay. I see how it is. I see. It looks like this isn't really going to take all that long to do. So that's good. And like I said, I don't know if I did a short of this or not. So if I did, well, I mean, here you go. Here's a double on this one because obviously I did do one for this. So anyway, let's talk about some annoying things in stores. All right, so I work 32 hours a week right now because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to cut my hours down to 32 so that I can still feel like I can do my YouTube videos and my small shop and stuff like that. Because when I work, like on days that I work, there's nothing else happening on those days. It's just not a possibility. It's just work and that's it. Because I'm gone. So like my shift scheduled, like what I'm scheduled is 9 hours. Then it takes me roughly 40 minutes to get there. So you're going to say that that's probably another hour that you're indisposed because you're going to be driving. So that's 2 and back. So 9, 10, 11 hours of my day out of my house. So you think about it, like, am I really going to be doing anything else with the few hours that I have other than just getting ready for work and relaxing a little bit? But no. So I know there are people out there who could probably still do YouTube videos on those days and stuff, but like me, no. Like my brain will just not handle it. Just not, because of my anxieties and stress and everything. Like I need to just and focus on just getting ready mentally to go to work. Especially because I work in a customer facing role now. Again, so it's, you know, dealing with people. Anyway, I am a digital personal shopper and I work for a company. So I actually go to the store as an actual employee of the store and I personally shop for people. And it's a little annoying. Let me just tell you, the job itself is fine. I don't mind the job. It's fine. I enjoy it. It can be the customers that get annoying, or the Uber Eats or like DoorDashers or whatever who are coming in and doing the same thing that I'm doing. I think they had like, I can't remember the name of like the actual one that does this, but there's actually one that, you know, like that does it. Spark, and then there's something else. Anyway, them too, they can be pretty annoying too. They can be really rude, actually. Like, I get it. You're being timed the same way that we're being timed, but we're not being rude. Most of us aren't. And if we hit you, we're sorry, because we just can't see. We can't see around our carts because we're basically driving a tractor trailer truck as a cart around the store. Like, the thing doesn't stop quick. It doesn't turn well. And it's almost as tall as I am. And definitely a little bit wider. So I can't see around this thing. They told us to pull them, but like they're meant to be pushed. So like it's more comfortable to push them than it is to pull them, because they're made to be pushed. So anyway, you push these carts around the store, and you know those customers who just, and this happens on Sundays a lot, but it happens throughout the week as well. They'll see someone they know, and they'll just stop to talk to this person that they know in the middle of the aisle. And as someone who's being timed for what I'm doing, because this is my job and I have to get it done in a certain amount of time with a certain percentage, because that's what I'm getting paid to do. Having someone just stop, block the entire aisle, and stand there chit-chatting is the worst thing. Another thing is, and you know, like I notice I do this too, like I put my cart on one side of the aisle because it's easier for me, and then it's out of the way of other people and they can just pass it, because that has a chunky on the side. We need to take that out. And people can just pass it. And so I put it on one side of the aisle so it's out of the way. And then I might have to step across the aisle to get an item on the other side of the aisle, because I'm selecting items from both sides of the aisles. It doesn't matter where the item is in the aisle. It's just, this is your next item, you pick it and you move on. So anyway, I have to look here for a second. Let me think for a second of what I'm doing here. I don't think any of these are in there. These are kind of like a reddish brown though, so that's fair. I don't think I need my heater on anymore. I did this morning for a little bit, but I don't think I do. No, not that color either. I don't think we have any of these light greens. We do have you though, these little like bluish color. All right, so let's get this out. I try to be quick about it. Like I try to grab my item and move back to my cart so that I'm only blocking one side of the aisle, like one section on the aisle. But there are people who will be shopping and they're just shopping. They're there to shop. They have all the time in the world to do what they need to do. And honestly, I don't think they really think about or care about other people. Like, it's almost like they're just in their own little world. And they're just shopping. They're just there and they're just shopping. And they will do the same thing I do out of respect for others, but then they will stand next to their cart and look at the other side of the aisle. Therefore, still blocking the entire aisle. And, you know, like if you say excuse me and stuff, they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry. And they'll move real quick. You know, like they're really nice and really polite. For the most part, others of them, when they do that, man, they will give you the worst look on the planet. Like, how dare you disturb them and take them out of their bubble that they were in for their shopping? Like, how dare you exist? It is so funny. And that one's really annoying too, though. Like, because you're just like, I need to move quick, and now I have to talk to you. But I honestly don't mind if someone comes up to me and asks me for help. Like, I legit don't mind that at all. I am more than happy to help you find an item. I will even walk with you to the item if it's not that far. Like, I know I'm being timed, but for the most part, there's a little wiggle room in it. So, like, I can help people. And that's fine. And I, like, legit don't mind helping people. Like, it really doesn't bother me, which is awesome. Like, I almost love it. Especially if I really do know where the item is. I'm like, yeah, I can tell you where that is. One thing I do find annoying about it, though, is that some people will ask for the brand name and not the item. And I don't know if people just don't think that, like, other people might not use that brand name. So, like, they might not know what it is. You know, like a particular soy sauce, per se. I don't know. Like Kikkoman. Okay. The Kikkoman soy sauce. That I would know because I know it's a soy sauce, right? Or like Hunt's Hunt's tomato sauce. You know, like those you kind of like know because you're like, oh yeah, it's a tomato sauce. But they'll come up to you and they'll be like, can you tell me where the Kikkoman is? Well, first of all, Kikkoman does not just make soy sauce. They actually do make other products than just soy sauce. So now I have to, when I hear them, I have to say, and what is that used for? Or what particularly is that? Because people will ask for the brand name of an item, and I'll be like, okay, what do you do with that? And they'll be like, oh, it's a soy sauce. And I'm like, oh, you're looking for the soy sauce. Okay, well, that's going to be down this aisle. That's a little bit easier for me. But I just think it's because that's what people refer to it as in their house. A big one is Rotel. And it's just basically diced tomatoes with added spices. And again, Rotel makes more than just diced tomatoes. They actually do make other products. But the people will be looking for a particular diced tomato because they do make like other things. I mean, like, there's a whole section of just Rotel products that are, yeah, okay, they're all tomato based, but still. But I didn't know. I was first starting out when this one got asked me, and I didn't know it was diced tomatoes. So I was like, what are you looking for? And she's like, the Rotel, you know, the Rotel. And I'm like, I have no idea. And I think like it like took her, she finally said diced tomatoes, and I was like, oh, well, that's going to be down this aisle. And it's like, but, or I asked what she used it for or something, and I was like, oh, it's diced tomatoes. But it took a bit to figure out what she was looking for. It's like, just ask for the diced tomatoes. If you just ask where the diced tomatoes are, more than likely you're going to find the Rotel because it's a diced tomato. Right? Like, so just ask for what it is you're looking for. Not the brand name, but the particular item. I'm looking for ketchup. I'm looking for vitamin D or melatonin. Oh my God, the brand names on that get asked all the time. And I don't work over in that section. Barely even deal with that section. I don't have to go there a lot. A lot of the times I'm just picking groceries. So I don't deal with that a lot. The health and beauty area, I don't deal with it that much. I don't go over there a lot. I might have to pick in total 10 items from over there in the whole day. So I don't know anything over there. I don't know what brand names are for what. I don't know even feminine products because I don't need them as much as other people do. So sorry I don't know what you're looking for. Because I've never heard of that before. I'm hiding in my own little corner of my own little world. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's just some annoying things. Like, just basically just stopping in the aisle and blocking the whole aisle so that other people can't pass. If you find a friend, if you're at a store and you and a friend come across each other, please have the respect to move out of the way of traffic. You know, go step off the aisle if you have to into a more quieter spot, or you know, just step to one side of the aisle so that you can talk to each other. And if, you know, someone needs something behind you, you know, like help them out with it or something, like, feel free to stop and chat. I'm not saying you don't have to stop and chat, but just respectfully allow traffic to continue to flow down the aisle. Some stores aren't as busy as others, I'll give you that. I mean, the store that I'm working at is pretty busy, so it's got a constant flow of traffic. And it does seem like it is those heavier traffic aisles that people tend to stop in for some reason. Maybe because it is a heavier traffic flow. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, just be respectful of other people's shopping, kind of like, and think about them. And if you are going to be looking at something on the other side of the aisle, I understand if you have bad eyesight, feel free to move over to that side of the aisle with your cart. Feel free to go over there and stand closer to the items with your cart next to you, or in front of you, or behind you, or whatever. You know, like, but yeah, just feel free to do that. That's fine too. You might be blocking the aisle with another shopper, but at least you're not blocking the aisle completely yourself. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, those are some things that I find annoying. I really don't know what else to talk about now. We can talk about this. This is getting a little bit better as I'm working with it, so this might just be a wax that just needs to like warm up or be worked with, because it does seem like, it does feel kind of like it's getting a little better to work with. I'm almost done too. I feel like there's not a lot of colors left. Got these, but the A is down here, so that's like in 2 spots. These little diamond shape, they're a little small, little color. But I do feel like it's getting to be to a point where it's gonna be like big blocks of a color. And I think with different tools, this one would be so much fun to work on, like with my own diamond painting pen. And my hands are a bit arthritic, and they do tend to hurt. I was told at a young age I would have arthritis at a young age. So I was kind of told to expect it, basically, when I was a child, to expect having arthritis earlier in life in my hands. So my hands are a bit arthritic already, and they tend to hurt. I mean, it could also be pretty normal. I've heard once you hit 40, everything goes downhill anyway, so past that. 5 years past that. 6 this year. Gross. Where did time go? I feel like only yesterday was graduating from high school. College. I found some ribbons from when I rode Luna. No, they were like 2006, 2008. And I was like, oh my gosh. I hung them up on the wall. It's like, I'm going to make a little section with Luna, and I can put her picture there eventually when I do it. And it'll be like a little Luna section. Maybe I'll put some cat pictures up there too. I think I have a picture of Floof that's smaller. Maybe he'll work up there. I don't know. Can start decorating my walls now because I've got them almost all painted. That's good. Just a little bit more to paint. One more wall to paint, and then that room will be done. I should have taken more before pictures, but I'll take a before picture of what the wall. Add a little bit more. I don't need a lot. There's not a lot of this color. There's only a few of them. I do tend to work, when I'm working on diamond paintings, like I tend to work like one color and just continue down the row. Does anybody else do that, or do you just look for the majority color and go with that? I don't know if like the way I do it is slower, and honestly it doesn't really matter how long it takes me in the end. No, I'm not speed diamond painting. I'm not doing this for a timed event, so I guess not, but sometimes you just want to get like a diamond painting done though. You're like, I'm ready to be done with you. Can we just be done? I expected to get more of the diamond paintings done this month than I have though, and this month is almost over, and I'm like, I feel like February felt like a longer month, and I had more time in it than I've had in March, and March is supposed to be one of the longest months of the year. I don't know if it's just because I've been spending more time at home, so I feel like I have more time. I don't know. Maybe. Not as much time as at work. But, yeah. I do like the job, though. I am enjoying my job, for the most part. There are a few things that are annoying, but aren't there with every job? Like, you're not going to find a job where there aren't annoyances. So, and at least I have a job currently, and I am happy about that. That I have a job, I can earn some money, and we are not in the position we were before. Are we still living paycheck to paycheck? Yeah, but that's because we have some things that we had to catch up on. Just a little bit. We're not as bad off as we were. Can't say things still aren't expensive, though. You've seen the price of gas these days. Oh, yikes. I think my husband was driving home yesterday, and he said $4.70 for gas at, like, one gas station. Oh, that's a yikes. It was like $2.50 yesterday. Like, what the hell happened? Oh, yeah. I know what happened. We all know what happened. Well, anyway, I'm not talking politics. So, let's see. Events that are coming up. What events are you going to be participating in if you've made it this far in my video? Let's talk about that. What events are you going to be doing for the month of April? Are you a part of the Diamond Paint with Friends 2.0 group? Are you going to be doing those events? Are you going to be doing other events for other creators that I don't watch? Sorry, other creators. Is this? I feel like there's two symbols in here. No, it's okay. It looked like a different symbol than what it is. Okay, it's the same symbol. It just, my eyes are going bad. I gotta go see it. I get no appointment. Yeah, so what events are you going to participate in April? I haven't decided yet if I want to find a canvas and try to participate in the two events that are going on in April, or if I'm going to take the month off from the Diamond Paint with Friends 2.0 events and just participate in the Walk Like an Egyptian event that's going on. I do believe it's in April. I could be wrong, but I think it's in April. That's being hosted by Diamonds and Stuff. I have not decided. I do not have a first responders canvas. I don't even know if I have anything that would work as a first responders canvas, or that I could say like, oh yeah, this counts. It's not that I don't appreciate what they do. It's just not something that I have an interest in. Like, I don't know that I even have any military stuff. It's just not an area I find drawn to. Not that I don't appreciate them, because I definitely do. Appreciate everything they do. I just don't particularly want a diamond painting in my house of something that I was never a part of. I don't know if it's I was never a part of, or I just not drawn to it. Just not. Just don't find it. I mean, like, maybe if it was the Darren Wilson, Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, and I think they're like firefighters or something. Maybe it's just Donald and his nephews or something, and they're doing, and they're in fire. It's yeah, I don't know, but no, because no. I can't think of any that I even have. Like, I have a lot of diamond paintings, so you would think I would have something that could probably work, but no, I really don't. Even for the Egyptian event, I had to purchase a canvas, and like, I like Egyptian stuff. I think it's cool. I actually studied their art for my art history class. Like, I did a whole paper on Egyptian art because I thought it was really cool, and I don't have a single Egyptian diamond painting. crazy. We're almost done, I think. I keep saying that. Maybe I just want to be done. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just not feeling the diamond painting right now. Taking, you know, like I just need that mental break away from it. Because even the section I started yesterday, like I haven't completed the section. I just put the cover sheet back over it and put it away when I was done being outside. It just hasn't appealed to me lately to diamond paint. Taken, like I said, a little bit of a break, which is probably why I'm thinking for April I might take a diamond painting break and just not participate in as many events and just kind of try to keep working on the canvases that I have from March and see if I can't finish any of those up, because I've got 3 canvases from March, with one of them being a whip from the past. So like, and I'm gonna be adding another whip to this. Also, like, what am I gonna kit this whip up into? There's that too. What am I going to kit up into? Because all of my kits are being used as far as I know. I might have something. I'm sure I have something. It's only a little 30 by 40, so it shouldn't be like too bad, but still. It's more than nothing. How many colors do I have left? Can you count them? I think it's countable at this point. I don't know if you'd be able to see that there's 2 colors in here in the green. So if you are counting them, there's 2 colors in the green. It's not just one. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now as far as events. May, I'm definitely going to pick back up and do a couple of events. I definitely have Disney canvases, and I forgot what the other event was, but I think it's something that I definitely have canvases for. So, yeah. I hear a noise outside. I think it's a bee. But it almost sounds like someone like talking, you know, like that murmuring of voices that you can hear sometimes. It could also be that one of my cats is right there and he snores. Oh my gosh, he totally is. It's him. Yep, he's snoring. Okay. I didn't realize he's like right in front of me here. I have like a lamp, and he's behind the lamp in one of the beds, and he's snoring. It's cute. It's really cute. I have 2 cats that snore. It's adorable. It's only adorable when cats snore. When my husband snores, I just want to poke him. Like, just stop. It's not adorable. When the cats snore, it's adorable. When you snore, it's horrifying. Stop. He doesn't snore very often, though. He only snores when he's extra tired. He's had like a really long day, so it's really kind of nice, because for the most part, neither one of us snores. We only snore when we're sick, or when we're so tired that we're just dropped off the face of the earth, kind of tired. Like, we can't even function anymore. We have to sleep. And then our body just drops into that deep sleep. And we snore. Because I do too. I know I do, because he's commented on it. He says, I couldn't sleep because you were snoring all night long. I was like, I'm sorry. I also slept through my alarm, so what does that tell you? That tells you how tired I was. I know there are people that sleep through alarms, but I am like any little sound, I instantly wake up, because I'm such a light sleeper. So I never sleep through an alarm, and my alarm has to be like the quietest, softest little tinkly kind of like little noise. Like, my alarm is this beautiful little music that's just really light and almost on the like softer, quieter side, because if my alarm is anything more than that, I will wake up like I'm having a heart attack. Remember those old alarms from like the 80s and 90s that would just like wake you up with that noise? Every time that would go off, I would be like, sorry, Peanut. Every single time I would have a heart attack. So I was so glad when I could finally have music for my alarm clock, because then I could set a song. And now with the iPhones that I use for my alarm clock, you can set one of your ringtones as an alarm. And some of those ringtones are very light and breezy. So it's nice. So I don't have to wake up with a heart attack anymore. My ears work really well. And my nose works really well. My eyes are starting to go, but my ears and my nose, they work really, really well. Too well. My husband says too well. He's like, I don't smell anything. And I'm like, can't you smell that? Oh my gosh, it's so strong. And he's like, I don't smell anything. I'm like, what? How can you not smell it? It's not subtle. And then I wonder if, like, I can easily smell when someone is a smoker. And especially when they smoke weed. Marijuana, a little bit, you know. So I can smell that from, like, a mile away. And I don't know if it's because I just have a really good sniffer or if it's just really that strong. So I know other people will comment on it too, you know, like, oh yeah, no, it's pretty strong. But like, I'll smell it all the time. So I think that's J. But I don't see any other greens. What is that letter? Hold on, I gotta like really look at this. It's J. Did I miss J? There's a green. That's not J. Alright, well, you know, I'm not even gonna just worry about that letter right now because I don't even see a J in here. So, is it? No, you know what I think it is? I think it's this weird symbol. I just saw it. This one. Can we focus? This one. No, it looks like a J. Oh my gosh. Anna, I'm leaving it. Let's move on. Yeah. So can anybody else smell that like really easily too? Like I have one coworker who smokes and she always smells like that stale smoke smell. It's so gross. As someone who's allergic to smoke, like allergic to cigarettes and I'm allergic to nicotine and I'm allergic to, I don't know if it's just something about the cigarette smoke itself. I get like really bad upper respiratory infections and like it just instantly bothers me if I'm around someone who smokes. And especially if they're actively smoking, like I can almost not breathe when I'm around them. So, it's bad. Like it's bad. And I think people don't think about that because like there are people who will still just puff on their little puffers, puff away happily around other people and not worry about them. But I get it. Like if you're a smoker, it's an addiction. So it is hard, but there are other people out there like me. I'm not the only one who can't be around smoke. But she always smells like that stale smoke smell. And it's just like, I think that smell is disgusting. Like it's absolutely disgusting. I can't stand the smell of weed either though. Like it literally smells like a skunk just blew off. right there. And it's just like, do you realize you smell like a skunk's butt? Like, you literally smell like a skunk's butt. Do you realize that? Because that's what you smell like to me. You smell like a skunk's butt. Like, they just saw something come. They saw you coming and they just let rip. That's what you smell like. Like, you just got sprayed by a skunk. And it's not a nice smell. I don't know how they can stand it. Honestly, I don't. I can't. It drives me up a wall. Like, it smells so bad. It makes you want to gag. Anyway. So funny, though. I know I'm not the only one that smells it that way, because other people have said, yeah, I smell it too. And I'm like, okay, so it's not just me, but do they realize that's what they smell like? Do they know? And like, someone told me it's because it's cheap quality, like it's low quality, that it smells that way. So it's like, it's not only that it smells like, it's not only you smell like you just got sprayed by a skunk, but also you're not even smoking the good stuff. Okay. Yeah. It's not pleasant. It's really not pleasant. A car drives by you when you're walking. Ugh. And it's like just a waft of that smell. And you're just like, no. Just go away. You're not supposed to be doing it in your car anyway. But we know you are. Just, you're not supposed to be. And technically, it's not even legal in this state. They have not legalized it, so it's just not. I think because it's been legalized in so many other places that even though it's not legalized here, it's just not enforced. So, like, nobody will do anything about the people who do smoke it. Like, and I think people don't even realize that it's not legal here. So we're one of the states where it's not legal. But like I said, because it's legal so many other places, they just like, whatever. Whatever. Let them do it. Anyway. It just stinks. It's just stinky. And it's gross. And I'm taking out all of the bad drills. I'm putting them to the side, so like I will pull them over when it's over. I think I'm missing one though. I think it kind of like fell somewhere. Got stuck on my hand or something, because now I'm sitting in the heat. Sitting with my heater on, it's getting a little warm. Just a little bit though. I don't run on the warm side. I run on the cold side. So I'm fine with my little heater running. But I should shut it off because my husband runs on the warm side, so. Like next year, I'm investing in a electric blanket. If I'm gonna be like this next year, yeah. And I will just, like, I'll just be perfectly fine. Absolutely normal. And then all of a sudden, I will just be freezing. Just so cold. Like that. In Massachusetts, it was that bone deep cold where you're just like absolutely so cold that it takes everything in your power to just get warm again. And it happens to me like all year long. So like it'll happen in the middle of summer. It'll happen like today-ish, you know, like it's like, I don't know what it is, but like I will just get like so cold. I looked up cold flashes to see if it's like a thing. Like instead of having a hot flash, you could have like a cold flash. And it is possible. I just don't know if I'm there yet at that point where I'm actually having hot flashes, because I don't have hot flashes. I never get to a point where I'm so stifling on suffocatingly hot, but I will get to a point where I am so frozen that I need to heat up immediately. And I don't know if that's just because of, like, I have something called Raynaud's phenomenon, which is basically an allergy to cold. So, like, is it a possibility that because I have this, I will get cold flashes instead of hot flashes because I already have a low cold tolerance? Like, I don't know. Whereas I have a really high hot tolerance, so, like, would I even notice a hot flash? Because, like, I can handle being hot. 2 degrees of being hot that, like, most people would find really uncomfortable. Like, I can handle it and be comfortable. I don't like when it's damp hot. I don't like that, but a dry heat, oh yeah, like, I can be in that all day and be fine and be comfortable and be happy like a lizard, you know, like, put me on a rock and let me just sun myself. But that's, like, how I've always been, so I don't know, like, if because of that, if I will just notice the cold side more. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I still have to go see a doctor to find out if I am for sure in perimenopause, because I, like, think I am. I think I've hit that stage of my life, and I think I'm there. I've had other symptoms related to it. I just have never had a hot flash, so I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. And I do feel bad for people who do have hot flashes. Like, I know the opposite side of it. I know what it likes to feel so cold that, like, you are freezing, literally freezing. And a lot of people would say, well, I'd rather be really cold than hot. And I'm like, no, I'd rather be hot. Like, honestly, I'd rather be hot. Just let me sun myself like a lizard, you know? Let me be out in the heat. Let me be hot. I'm fine with that. So, yeah, I'm just different. I'm just made different, I guess. Like, yesterday, it was 54 degrees outside. 54. Think about it. That's comfortable for a lot of people. It's 54 degrees outside. I went outside in a t-shirt and pants. But I wore just a t-shirt. I had regular pants on. And I went to walk with Rebel. And I told Rebel we could do 2 walks around. And then he decided he didn't want to go twice around. And I was like, well, that's good because I'm freezing. My hands are turning blue. I am that cold. I was so cold. I came back in the house and I was like, I'm freezing. I am so cold. And my husband's like, it's not that cold. And I'm like, it was so cold. And he's like, it's not that cold. And I'm like, well, I was cold. So when some other people are comfortable, I'm cold. Yeah, but anyway, I think we've talked enough about that, right? Like, I don't know what else there is to talk about. There's only 2 colors left. And I don't even know where this other color is, so I have to find it. I must have passed it somehow. Because it's not... Oh, hey, but I found J. Look at that. Here, look, we can do that one. That one... Let me see if we can get one. Just one. No, don't go under the fold of the bag. That won't work. Can you come out here? There you go. Wait. Or not. Okay, got it. There we go. Got that one. I got it. Okay, and we're working on F. So, there's only 1 color left then. Because I found the J. It was hiding. But I don't see that other color, so I must have passed it by and didn't realize that I needed it. I can't say this has been, like, too particularly hard to work on, and I feel like an hour because that's what we've just passed, is a pretty decent amount of time to work on one of these. Like, it's not, I wouldn't say like it's the most I've done so far on one of these. It's probably not the least, but it's definitely not the most. I can't be sure. I mean, you'd have to like look back at my other videos and let me know, because I'm definitely not going to do that because I just don't care enough. I'm sorry. But I feel like time-wise, this one, it's been pretty fun to work on. It's been pretty easy to work on. And I feel like the drills work really nice together. I haven't had any issues with that. I don't like the toolkit. Like I said, I'd definitely be upgrading this toolkit. The tray has been fine. I don't have any issues with the tray. And the pen itself, I guess, is okay. So I guess, like, as far as upgrading the toolkit, I'd just be using a different wax or a putty. All right, let's see if we can find this diamond color, though. Look through all the blues. All right, so it'd probably be on the lighter side. What are you? There you are. I did surpass it. I did. All right. Hey, Leo. All right. So this is Pretty Little Gem, again, in case you weren't aware of what I was working on. And I'm doing this for my mini kit comparison videos. And we kind of just had like a little whip and chat while I worked on this, because an hour I don't think is too awfully horribly long as far as videos go. We're almost done with this. Working on the last color right now, and not that anybody's gonna be picking up at like the end of the video, but just in case like you've made it this far in the video and you're like, what are you actually doing? Anyway, Pretty Little Gem is one of the mini kit companies. Like, that's what they specialize in. That is a little gappy right there, but it could just be, I think it just needs to be worked up a little, that's all. Yeah, that was all. Just needs to be pushed up a little. Kind of evened out just slightly, you know, maybe with a straightener or something. I'm probably not going to bother with it. I really don't mind a little bit of gapping. It doesn't bother me. I know it bothers other people, but I don't feel like this would gap on you regularly anyway, because the drills really do kind of fit pretty comfortably. They're not so tight that they're gonna pop off of it and pop off, but they are pretty, you know, pretty decently snug, comfortable, even. We did have like a little bit of trash, you know, considering the like what we did. There is our trash. There's also another one. It was two together. So there was that. I'm just gonna put these drills away real quick. You look like you're popping up. You were. I think that's just because you were not pushed down enough. I probably multi-placed there and I just didn't push you down enough. Because I do that. Here's another one. That was just it fell out. Okay, so the next part of this is it took about an hour to do this. I mean, you probably could move a little faster with like a better putty or a wax or something. Like I said, it would definitely change the working time. Maybe even a different pen, something a little bit more comfortable on the hands, a different tray, that sort of thing. We're just gonna back this out of here a little bit, and I'm gonna move the rest of this off to the side. We have our Pretty Little Gem picture. It looks beautiful. Look at that little gingerbread man and candy cane just soaking in that hot chocolate. Looks delicious, doesn't it? Don't you just want a hot chocolate now? So I have one frame and only one frame. It does look like this will fit. And not the 5x6, I mean. No, I thought that was the Dreamer Designs. The Amazon and I think Dreamer Designs had different sizes, but I think everybody else fit in a 4x6 frame from the Dollar Tree. because that's where I got my frames from, the Dollar Tree. This one has the pokey things. It's fine. Pull that up, and yeah, you are bigger. You are bigger, so maybe you're the bigger one. All right, are you the bigger one? Let's see. We have a 5x7 frame here. So 5x7, sorry. I mean, I think this would fit in a 4x6 frame. Not this particular one, but this also has the pokey things. Don't love those. All right. Come on. I need you to sit nicely. Okay. I think a little it is fitting in this 5x7 frame. So this must be 5x7, which again, I still got this frame at the Dollar Tree. So it wasn't like, you know, a big expense or anything. $1.25 for the frame, and it fits perfectly in this 5x7. I think a little matting would go really good with this too. You could almost do like a Christmas matting, or you could even put just a little bit of washi tape on the edge of your picture here, and then you can cover up that wording down on the bottom, because this just fits in this 5x7 frame, like just fits. But that's good to know that this one was 5x7, whereas I think the other ones have been 4x6. So this one was a little bit bigger than the other ones. And also, did you see the 3 drills I missed? I didn't. I just saw them now. All right, so there's the 4x6 frame back together. I think it looks pretty good in this frame, actually, though. Can we get it to straighten out a little? No. I can't get it to move. But, you know, I think it would look really cute with, like, a little Christmas washi. Or even just, like, a green washi. Or just a white mat. Just a plain mat. Would look cute on this, too. So I think it would help it out a little bit, because it's, you know, it's got a lot of white bordering, and I think you could really play into the theme of this picture a little bit by adding something a little bit more fun around the edges, instead of just doing like a plain simple mat. Like, you could really just be like fun, right? Like, we could do that real quick. All right, it's gonna make the video just a little bit longer, sorry, but I have these fun Christmas washies. I'm thinking a green one. So we have one that says Merry Christmas. We have one that says, we could do this one with the trees. We have, even a red might not be too bad. There's this one with the stars. Yeah, red might not be too bad. Do that one. And then there's this one. I think this is the one I might go with. Thinking that one looks the best. And then there's also this one that says Merry Christmas. And I could even like do like, you know, like a row with this on the bottom with the Merry Christmas, kind of like in the middle-ish, and still use like a different washi. And there's also this one. It has like the stockings and stuff. And then we have this one, which also says Merry Christmas in places, but it has like snowmen and trees and stuff. But I think I'm going to go with this one. I think it'll work the best, or look the best with it. And maybe I will do the Merry Christmas on that one. Let's see what we can do here to kind of like pizzazz this up a little. So we really can kind of just stick with the border of our paper here. That just fell on the floor. That's fun. So we can grab, let's start with this one, because I really like this Merry Christmas, but it also, I just realized going, that that's where it's starting. So we'll pull it here. And we'll just put, I want that to kind of like be center. Right along the bottom of my picture here. All right, I don't think that's gonna be too much of an issue that we have the other Merry Christmas like right on the edge, but yeah, that'll be fine. And then we're going to grab this guy. Where is your starter? There it is. Okay. I'm gonna grab this guy and we're going to line you up with the trees going in. I'm gonna push this just off the edge just a little bit. All right. Do that, and then actually just gonna fold this one over the edge. Look at how nice that's looking. Doesn't that look nice? Like, didn't that just elevate it up just a little bit? And I'm gonna keep the trees going to the inside because that's what we did with that other one. And the last one here. All right. Oh, that looks so nice. Doesn't that look nice? Look at that. All right, I'm going to be right back because I'm going to fill in that spot and I'll be right back. All right, I had to just fill that in real quick. Let me grab the back. And we are going to line this up with the frame. So that it is okay. Because I might have to like put a little row of the green on the backing as well at the top. So like just kind of like, and then if it like shows up, it's there, you know? But anyway, let's get this in here. I will try to, because it's not a perfect situation here. And to make sure it's as good as possible in my frame. Centered. All right, and then just carefully put you down. And let's hope I got it. All right, let's see. How did I do? Oh, yeah. Better? What do you think? Does that look better? So anyway, it is like already ready, frameable. It's set, it's ready to go. I just added this for fun because I was like, I bet you could really, you know, like pizzazz this picture up, get rid of some of that white space on the side and make it look really nice. And that, I thought that was fun, which honestly, I think at this point, I think Pretty Little Gem is like 100% my winner and the one that I would choose to go with first as far as company wise, because I've had so much more fun just with their products overall than I have with some of the others. And the framing aspect, like I just had some fun with their framing aspect. So on my thoughts of that already, I really think that I would 100% go with Pretty Little Gem. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts and thank you for watching. Really sorry about the haziness. I didn't realize it was my camera. I thought it was just the light reflecting off my phone. Oops, my bad.